Yo, what is good? Headed out to the campsite now. Gotta go check in, get the spot, find the spot that we're gonna get. And then I got all this stuff loaded up in the car. I was gonna bring the dog, the pup, but I didn't want to bring him right away because it's only me right now setting up. And I just don't know how many people are gonna be out there, and I don't want him being agitated and stuff like that. So super excited, but like I said, I'm trying to get set up before the rain comes, and it's been threatening to rain all day, and that sucks because, like I said, I don't mind camping out in the rain. It's not what I don't mind that. I just don't want to set up in pouring rain because then I'll have to try to dry everything out, and the kids are coming later. It's just the dog, like it'll just be a mess, you know, it'll be a big mess. So I'm hoping don't get rained out, or it doesn't start raining until at least I get the tent and everything set up. That's what I'm hoping. See you when we get there. So just picked up the keys, I would say. Just picked up the just checked in, got the keys to the site. It's really no keys, but it's actually further out this way. This is all the RV. It is starting to rain. I think I'm gonna try to wait it out real quick and see what it's gonna do before just start pulling stuff out. But the first things first is I need to get the tent up, and I need to get the tarp over it, preferably before it starts raining to hell. So yeah, they got cabins and stuff out here. She said it was pretty open today, so they put me in one of them, but she said, the lady said that I can pick any one of them I want. If I see one that I like, just let them know and they'll move me in the system. So I'm trying to look and see which one I would like. Last time we stayed, okay, so they wanted us on this one right here, T2. Last time we were on T3. Let me go back around, let me go down and then try to look and see if I want a different one. Look and see if we want a different one. See, these were laid out pretty much the same over here. Maybe, you know, maybe we'll just do, maybe we'll do it again. I'm gonna try T2 this time, and then we'll see how that goes. I don't see anybody else parked up, so definitely would like to see. So we're on T3 or T4 last time. This time is T2. I don't know if it's any bigger or not. I think it's the same size. The layout is just a little different. So go ahead and back up real quick. Let's go check it out. Nice little spot. So our fire pit is actually up front today, which is cool. It's the tent pad right there. Got some pecans on there today. Got pecans. I didn't realize we were over a pecan tree. Nice, nice. All right. So got our electrical hookup over here. Now at our tent site last time, the 30 amp did not work. So we have to see if that works today, but we do have the connections up here. Lights working, everything's working. So I guess I'm gonna try to pull it out and get started. Inflate. And I think what I'm gonna try to do is put the tarp on top real quick, so I'm not struggling with it as much when it starts to air up. So we got it flattened, we got it aired up, man. Looking good. Took about 5.4 psi to go in there. You can obviously tell too when you have two dual valves, if you're starting to over inflate it, it will start to hiss. That means if you go that far, that means you've done too much. You know what I mean? So go ahead and stop. So I walked away for a little bit, and I came back and I started hearing it hiss a little bit. So I went ahead, turned it off. So it's pretty good now. It's nice and inflated. This thing is sturdy, pretty sturdy. So now that I got that up, I'm gonna go ahead and stake it down and start getting the tarp ready just in case it rains. So let's go ahead and do that. Pecan, actually. Good. Now if it does seem like I'm in a rush, it's because I am. And I'm actually in a rush, and the reason being is because I'm trying to beat my kids home from school. Trying to beat them home from school. Because I said I would have all this done before they got home. So, on a little time crunch, as you can see. But we're not gonna let that stop us. Oh, the mosquitoes are out. They are jacking me up. So I'm gonna have to make sure I bring back some bug spray. Because they are kicking my ass right now. They are out everywhere. I feel like there wasn't that many mosquitoes last time I was out here, but now, shoot, dude, it's crazy. Woohoo! Floor's in. Damn. Need to open up some of these windows. Let some of the breeze come through. It's hot. So, I'm tired as hell. But, as you can see, we got everything out of the truck. I got everything out of the truck. The mosquitoes are bad. I am ate up. Like my drill sergeant used to tell us. Y'all all ate up, soldiers, ate the fuck up. But yeah, it's hot. It's not necessarily hot out here, it's just moving in that tent. I don't have the windows up yet, and the reason why I don't want to put the windows up yet is because even though there's nobody out here, I just don't want anybody being able to see in my tent right now where I'm still not done setting up stuff. Still got like the TV and stuff in there. Just don't want to give anybody a reason to try to break in here. But I do have locks that I put on all the doors through the zippers, the double zippers, to keep them locked. Now, if you have wire cutters or whatever, you can just break them easily, but it's gonna be a little tough, you know what I mean? So, plus we're out in the open, so they got security around here, so I'm not too worried about it, but still gonna put the locks on. And I'm taking a break now. The only thing I got set up right now, I got the carpets in there. I got one table set up. I ran the electricity to the 2 lines. Thank goodness that this outlet over here, these actually work. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Last time our box did not work. Well, the breakers worked, but the 30 amp didn't work, and the plugins didn't work for the 120s or 110s, whatever you want to call them. So we had to use these underneath the little gazebo. We had to use these and run them. And as you can see, it is a little bit further, probably about 1.5 feet, but it's all good. We have enough cordage to run through there. So I have actually the yellow cord is actually running directly to the Opus Mega 1. And after doing that extensive testing on that thing, I realized that you can only run at least 1 heater off of that I have in there, because we're not running the stove yet. It's not that cold. But last time we did stay out here, it got cold, but we only had 1 heater, and so we were struggling to stay warm through the night. So this time we bought another one, and I realized that one cannot run. You can't run 2 of them off that Mega 1, because it surges to about 2,000 watts, and then anything after that, it'll just shut off. So both of those things running at the same time, very, very tough. That's the only thing you can run off of them, and the TV. So we have a second power strip going through, and that's what we're going to run the other one off of if it gets cold. I don't think it's going to get cold like that tonight, but got everything in there. We are prepared. I put the tarp over. Let me show you that. So we got the tarp over it. The wind is blowing this way, which I'm surprised because it wasn't earlier. It was definitely not earlier, so it's all coming from that side. But it's just on there. It started to rain on me, so I was trying to get this thing set up really fast, and thankfully the rain stayed, so it didn't pour down on me, and I was able to get it on with no issues. So I just have it on there as a precautionary, just in case it does start pouring down. I did seal the inside of the tent. I have not sealed the outside yet, and that's probably something I should have did once I deflated it and had it flat, is go over the tops of the seams, which I'm going to do, not today, not this weekend, but once I get it back to the house, I'm going to do the outside. And get those extra, you know, get that extra bit of mind, you know, peace of mind that this thing is, you know, going to be waterproofed. Again, for the most part, it is waterproof, but there was a little bit of condensation in there that I just didn't like. Especially when you're running electronics and stuff in there, you want to make sure your stuff is safe, right? Last thing you want to do is be chilling in your tent and then water just starts pouring through and you got electronics and all kinds of stuff in there. That's a dangerous situation. So like I said, we're not running the stove in here, not until we get the other tent. And once we get the other tent, like, let me show you this. Once we get the other tent, I'm probably gonna have to ask them to not use a premium site and use one of the regular sites that are on the grass because it has a bigger area. And then I think what I'm gonna end up doing is, because it's literally gonna be the same size as this, so it's gonna be one more over. So it's gonna be about like halfway where the car is, like where the front door is. That's where the second tent will be. So it'll be really, really big. Once we hook it up to the other tent, it'll probably come out to about right here for the second one. So the pad is not gonna fit it, but that's fine. So I think I'll probably try to do that once I get that other tent and try to see if that's gonna work. But I think it is. That way we'll have a really, really big space. But gotta start saving up for some carpets and stuff like that. Let the wife do all that stuff and be prepared with that. But man, it's beautiful out here. Beautiful pecan trees. Got the cabins right there. We got some trails out there in the back. Right now it's looking pretty wonderful. Like, it looks like we're the only ones out here. So who knows? That might be the story of tonight. I have no idea. If it is, it is. It is what it is. That just means our dog won't be barking. But last time we were here, they had like a 20-person camper over there. They had like a person over across this thing. There was a person right here. And we had a little bit of space, but the dog was acting a little spooked after a little while when people would get too close or ride their bikes through. So, but he's fine. He's fine. So yeah, man. Let me get back to the house. Son and daughter coming home, and then once we get all them packed up, I gotta go run to the store. We gotta get some ice, gotta get some drinks, and gotta get some meat to barbecue. They're probably gonna want like McDonald's or something, so I'm making something on the grill. Let's get it. What's going on? What's going on? It's nighttime, man. It's nighttime out here. Let's see what we can see out here. We in the woods. We in the woods. We in the woods. Just had about 4 jalapeno sausages. Crazy. What?
Because she was changing.
Oh, okay. I was like, what happened? She shirts.
Another pair of shorts.
In shorts? You got a long shirt. What you doing, bro? What you doing? Yeah, don't try to keep the clothes off the ground, man, for the bugs. Yeah, so we I'm just chilling, man. Got the stove up. Like I said, I cooked like some beef sausages. The kids had Chick-fil-A. I didn't want to make a whole bunch of meat and then them not really want to eat it. So for the first night, so Friday nights usually we go get a fast food. It's fast food night. Be careful with that guy line. Somebody's upset. Maybe next time we'll get a cabin. Spent all this money on this tent. I ain't buying no cabin. If we do get a cabin, it has to have a bathroom in it. That's for sure. That is for sure. Not the little cheapo cabins, but yeah, Friday nights we usually do like fast food or something. If we didn't already cook, but. They just heat up. They just heat up. Oh, that takes practice. I don't know. They get burned for sure. Alcohol. Yeah. They get burned a lot. So like I was saying, Friday nights we usually do fast food or leftovers from Thursday. I bought a pack of beef short ribs and I was going to season them up and do them. And there was quite a few of them, but I was just like, they had already eaten Chick-fil-A and I was just like, I know for sure I'm not going to be able to eat them all. And I just don't want food hanging around. I just don't want food hanging around. So it attracts animals. So I just decided, hey, you know what? We had like a 5-pack of beef sausages. So I was like, let me fire those up and then see what it do. So yeah, we fired them up. Right there, coal still lit. A little bit, nah, they probably died out, but just wrapped them up in foil. Had them on the grill. When that started to die out, I just put them right there on the fire, on the log, and they sizzled up real quick. So, and they were so good. Oh my God. So now I'm just chilling, sitting back, hitting some Voodoo Ranger, and just enjoying the peace and quiet, man. The peace and quiet. I think I understand now why my dad loved to camp. Even with some of the distractions, like the cell phone and all that stuff, like, it's still very, very peaceful. Still peaceful. Brutus, what are you doing? I got him on like a 30, no, probably like a 20 yard cable to where he can kind of roam free, and so he's enjoying it. I have him near the tent, so to where he can go inside the tent when he wants and then come out the tent when he wants, so I don't necessarily have to walk him, because that's annoying. Last time we were here, he woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning wanting to go outside, and it was cold that weekend. Like, damn. So we leave it open, kind of like a little doggy door, just big enough for him to go in and out. Because we got here at night, most of the squirrels are pretty much gone, so he hasn't been able to see any squirrels, so he's sniffing around for them. What you see, Brute? You saw that truck? So yeah, we're gonna test that out tonight, and when I get back into the tent, I'm actually gonna move his leash closer to the tent, to a pole, so that way he can go inside the tent. But the way we have it set up right now is that he can literally go inside the tent from the opposite end, and we have the bed on this side, and he can literally go all the way up to the bed. We don't want him on the bed, obviously, but he has full access to the whole tent. So with his with his leash on his harness, so he's comfortable. Right now he's deciding to come outside for a little bit. He's trying to get my sausage, but he ain't getting it because it was jalapeno sausage. So, yeah, man, what a busy weekend. It's gonna be busy tomorrow too. Originally I had this plan that we were gonna be out here for 2 days. Now, the only thing I don't like about KOA, which I can't say I don't like it, they do have fishing here, but it's not catch and cook, it's catch and release. And you don't have to have your license, and mine expired, and I don't have any more reels anymore either. So if we really want to go fishing, like, I really need to go ahead and just go back to Walmart, get my license, and invest in some reels, some rods and reels, and get back on the fishing. But that's another big thing that I like to do, or that I liked to do. So I'd like to get back into that again. They got some stuff here, you know what I mean? They got some stuff here. They got stuff for the kids, but again, today we came late. With everything falling back, like, it gets darker quicker. 30, sun starts going down, and I think we got out here close to 6 p.m. I came out here earlier, as you've seen in the video, a little bit after 1 p.m. Started setting up. I didn't get everything set up, so when we came back here at 6, it was already dark. They were hungry, and they sat down at the table eating their Chick-fil-A, and I was in there blowing up the bed, blowing up the air mattress, same thing, the bed, and then the air sofa, the King Camp. I got the TV set up, the internet is set up. They have Wi-Fi here, but it's not connecting very well this time. But we got on a hotspot, so it's working. Got electricity, so their stuff is charged up, and everybody's just chilling right now. We were doing some marshmallows earlier. I think they got tired of that. So we're just chilling, man. Tomorrow we got soccer games. Sunday we got soccer games. And I took a break from leaving the country this time. My wife actually left the country this time with my oldest daughter. And they had a soccer tournament in the British Virgin Islands. Since I'm the one that's not working per se, since I'm like semi-retired or retired until I actually get a job, I'm the one that usually goes out on the trips, because then my wife doesn't have to take any leave or anything like that to go, unless we're actually going to, we're agreeing to go together. So she went this time. I went to Trinidad last time for the last tournament for 2 weeks almost. So she's going this weekend, and Lord willing, they'll be back on Sunday or Monday. And I originally planned this trip to come out here and just chill for 2 days, because there were no games, there were nothing with my second daughter. But at the last minute, the coach said we really want her to play, and the home games are at home. So I was just like, are you serious? I was so against it at first, because I'm just like, I planned this, like I don't want to leave this, go deviate and do other stuff, and then like it kind of breaks the effect, I guess. But it is what it is. She'll be playing with the top team this weekend, so tomorrow we'll prepare for that, and probably do a little bit of hanging out since we'll be out and about, and then we'll come back here to the tent site, finish out our day 2. But Sunday we got to be out of here before noon. She has a soccer game at like 1 p.m. and they want them there an hour early for warm-ups and stuff like that. So we got to actually be there at 12 noon. So Sunday morning we're gonna have to get up like normal, 8 or 9 o'clock, and pack everything up. And because it's only me this time, I'm actually gonna have to take them home first, drop them off with the dog, come back, tear everything down by myself, pack it all up, get it all put up in the car, and then head back home. So it was a process. Today I was actually surprised when I got home, after waiting for my daughter to get back from school. My son had already come back from school at around 3, and I was waiting for her to come home. Played a game of Dota 2, and man, I was just exhausted, absolutely exhausted. That was the first time I was just like, dude, I'm so tired, I don't even want to go back to the campsite, because I knew I didn't finish everything, and I knew we had more work to do. Goose, y'all watching the TV? What y'all watching? No, we're not buying any movies. Oh, just go to Netflix. Look up scary movies. I don't know. Conjuring. Find The Nun 1. Just put in The Nun and see what comes up. But, yeah. So. The fire's putting off pretty good heat. I got 4 bundles. We got 4 bundles. There's a fire starter. 2 logs that are, you probably can't see, 2 logs that are outside. I didn't want to put the entire bundle on there, because I didn't want it burning for a long time, but it's super early. It's only 30, and it feels like it's midnight. And that's the other thing that I kind of like about coming out here. It kind of detaches you from everything, My body's telling me that I'm tired, so I'm going to listen to it. Probably get out of here, go to sleep in probably the next hour or so, or less. Once this fire burns out, I think I'm going to tuck it in for the night. And then I thought it was going to be cold. It is not cold at all tonight. It's slightly cool. My dog doesn't freak out. There's people like riding bikes. He's going to freak out if they come by the street, I can tell you that. But anyways, yeah. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. As you know, my channel has been built on moto vlogging, stuff like that, and because it's just one of my hobbies. And now I'm introducing a lot of the camping because, like, for me, it's just necessary. What's up? Oh, shit. Trying to get him inside before he starts barking it up. Come on. Come on. What's up? Hush. Hush, hush, hush. Brutus, inside. Hush. Why'd y'all lock the screen? Huh? Hush. Why'd y'all lock the screen?
Oh, because of the bugs.
Can't get in. At least open it to like that bottom part. There you go. No, not all the way, but just Brutus. You got caught again.
They keep falling off of the van. Can we take this off?
Come on. Wait, let me just walk him around. He's wrapping himself up. Come on. There we go. Go ahead. Get in there. No, he's fine. He's fine for now. I'll move it in a second to where he can be a little closer. There we go. There we go. That's fine. I just moved it to closer to the pole so he can go inside a little more. There's no reason for him to really come out here anymore. So, yeah, buddy. It's a bunch of kids riding around on their scooters and stuff. I just remember as a kid, I used to be so excited to go camping. And then at first I used to always be like, oh, I don't want to go that long. But because I was with my dad, I didn't care. And we would go camping for a while. Like, I remember being out there for at least 5-6 days. We'd go for like a week. I remember we'd leave on like a Sunday and we'll come back the next Saturday. We would go out there for a while and we'd be roughing it. I looked at cabins like it's such a rich white person thing at the time, like only they can afford it. We never stayed in cabins. Actually, I stayed in a cabin one time when we went out with some friends. We went to Lake Livingston and we had cabins. That was the only time I've ever stayed in a cabin, and it was so nice. But every time before that or after that, it was a straight tent, sleeping bag on the floor, no cot, just sleeping bag on the floor, and that was it. So just crazy, man. Crazy times. And for some reason, we'd always just find something to do. We'd always just find stuff to do. Fishing, canoeing, like going out on the lake with the boat, the small boat. We would take a boat. My dad had like a little small boat. He put it on his Ford Ranger. And we'd go out on that. Just all kinds of stuff, man. I remember catching my first alligator gar at Chain of Lakes. I don't know, man. Those memories mean a lot to me. Thinking about it now, like, I didn't get to spend a lot of time with my dad, but I remember those times. I definitely remember those times, for sure. And I'm just really glad that I get to share that with my kids now, and to where it doesn't seem like it's so foreign to them or uncool or anything like that. Just giving them a new experience so they'll have the same kind of memories in the future, you know, of me. And I think that means a lot. And you know, especially now, because usually we, like I said, last time we did it, everybody was here. This time it's just me and two of them while my wife is away with my oldest. And so, you know, it's just cool, you know what I mean? It's different. It's different, and I love these kids, man. I love these kids. I just want to get every single moment that I can, because I live every single day feeling like this day or that day could be the last day. You never really know, right? And so I just want to, I'm just so paranoid about them not knowing me, to not remember me, because they're young. So I just want to instill as many memories as possible, just in case something ever happens. You know, they'll have a pretty good idea of who I was and remember who I am. I want to make a big impact on them and let them know that sometimes this is what you need, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just need a little bit of nature, and you don't need everything that we're so used to back at home. So the dog loves it. Brutus loves it. He loves it out here. He loves being out here. It's quiet. He treats the tent like it's a big dog house. It's just really, really cool. How y'all doing? Yeah, it's nice out. Earlier we were chilling, we were getting the fire going, and we had some of the campground people come through, and they were like, "Oh my God, dude, that's an amazing tent." And they're like, "What kind of tent is it?" I was told them it's an air tent, and they're like, "It kind of looked like one, but we couldn't tell." They're like, "Can we take some pictures for the website and stuff like that?" I was like, "Yeah, heck yeah, go for it." So, like I said, the vibe out here is really, really nice, man. Really nice. I'm shooting most of this on the DJI Action 4. I took off the what do you call it? The damn diffuser or whatever you want to call it. I took that off because it just sucks for a night view. I have been contemplating getting the new DJI Action 6 because I really want a camera that I can shoot low light, and I skipped the 5 because I just felt like the 5 Pro, I felt like it wasn't worth the upgrade over what I've been shooting with over the last year. I've contemplated going towards the Ace Pro 2 because I know it has really good low light, but the Action 6 kind of blew me away, and I'm just like, yeah, I think that's the next one. So I'm really kind of decide. I was really trying to think if I wanted the DJI 360. I thought it was going to be a day one purchase, but I really don't use my Insta360 X4 that much, and because I really don't like dealing with 360 footage. But I've been kind of contemplating, should I just sell the X4 now and just get the Action 6 and then use this Action 4 as a B camera on the bike or for whatever I'm doing. Because right now for camping and stuff like that, I'm using this thing, the Action 4, and I'm using the Pocket 3. And for what I use it for, I don't really need anything crazy, but the Action 6 definitely makes me want to upgrade. I'll see what the Pocket 4 is talking about when it comes out, but I think I would probably wait another generation on that, unless it had like variable aperture, if it had like variable aperture, like a dual lens or something set up similar to the Action 6, where it was just a little more capable. I think I would definitely be super interested in that. So I just want to see what it's talking about when it comes out to make that decision. But as far as these camp videos, I'm not necessarily, I've been watching a lot of camp videos. I've been obsessed with it, and I'm not really into the silent ASMR kind of videos. I respect them. I think they're really cool. It's a lot of shooting. It's a ton of editing, something that I'm just not interested in doing at the moment. And I just kind of want to capture what I want to capture and let you see the moment. You know what I mean? Let you guys see the moment. Just kind of see what I'm experiencing, and then just doing me. You know what I mean? Like, so you'll see a lot of different stuff. You know what I mean? But I definitely passionate about camping. I'm passionate about riding, passionate about a lot of things, just gotta find a way how to capture it, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody rocking with me. I think we're almost up to 800 subscribers and supporters on YouTube alone. What you doing, bro? Peeing? Almost 800. I was looking at my vision board and I was like, damn, the first number on the vision board was 500, then 1,000, then 1,500, then 2,000, because I really believe that we can hit 2,000 before January 1st, but realization also, when I've been looking at the trends, I see that we're closing in on 800, so more realistically 1,000 is probably a little more realistic by the way the trend is going. But either which way it goes, we're still growing how we're supposed to grow. It's slow and steady, and because you never know what is going to be a breakout video or what's gonna, you know, be a breakout exposure for you. You have absolutely no idea. You know what I mean? In terms of like YouTube popularity or the algorithm, still fairly small. So just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and then maybe, you know, at whatever point it is, you know, something may take off, and who knows what it'll do. But regardless of that, I'm still gonna keep putting in the work. I'm so comfortable with putting out daily content now that it's thinking about doing anything less at this point is like weird. It's very weird. It's super weird to think about it. The only thing I can think of is like if I got the full-time job and then I gotta, you know, reevaluate and figure out how I'm going to challenge myself to keep putting out the same amount of content. But until then, man, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And I appreciate everybody supporting, like I said. You know, I'm super grateful when I see a video. You know, a while back, my boy Hollywood had said something like, we have to stop. He said something to the effect of like, you're lying to yourself if the views don't matter. And I always remember saying like to myself, like, there is some truth to that statement, but what value are you putting on your views? And for me, when I see 50 views, 40 views, 100 views, 200 views, 600 views on any video, short form, long form, I am truly grateful, especially for the interaction or the interaction, whether it's likes, comments, follows, or whatever it is that come with that. Because I think about it in terms of like, if this video gets 50 views, I just reached 50 people. And I put that in terms of like, imagine if you were in a room and you had 50 people in it and they were exposed to your content. Like, how valuable would you think that would be? And to me, that's highly valuable. So I don't necessarily sweat the small views or sweat any kind of views. Obviously, the larger amount of views, it's like, oh wow, it's really reaching a lot of people. But like I said, whether it's 30, 40, 50, it doesn't matter, man. Somebody's being affected by it, right? Somebody is interacting with it because they felt it. I mean, that's all that really matters. You know, eventually you'll get to a point where it's reaching many more people and affecting them in the same way. And then I think you'd really appreciate what you're bringing in versus just seeing a view value as, and comparing directly to what your content means to you. You know, there's videos that I've created that I thought should have 1 million views and it only got like 1,000 or something like that. And it's just like, damn, put a lot of work into that. So you have to go back and just reevaluate, like, I'm making this because I feel like it accomplishes something. I feel like it fulfills me to make this edit, to do this, do that, and put out this final product. And as long as one person watches it and interacts with it, that's all that really matters. You know what I mean? So don't get hung up on the views. Just put in the work, do the work, and do it righteously. You know what I'm saying? Do it righteously. That's how you burn out a lot from making content. You burn out a lot when you're putting so much expectation on the views because you feel like that's what all that really matters, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? I know what I just got over, like I was talking about before, was just depression and how it just made me not want to do much of anything. And I finally got over that, man. And I see how much it hindered me from doing anything. And I'm so glad I put the system that I have now in place to protect me from stuff like that happening. Because if I didn't, y'all guys wouldn't have got a single video for like the last 2 or 3 months. 2 months minimum. This is how bad it was. And that's daily content. So the system works. You just have to be willing to put in the work and not have such huge expectations. But anyways, I'm done rambling. This damn Action 4 is getting hot. I need another beer. See y'all tomorrow. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? So fast forward a little bit from where we was. I just got back to the campsite. So originally I was gonna record yesterday morning, but we ran around. We were doing a bunch of running around. Had some soccer games to go to. We had to just do a bunch of errands, and so we weren't really here at the campsite very long in the morning time, at least. So by the time we came back, it was already nighttime last night. So I was just like, you know what, we just gonna skip night number 2. We had a good time though. We did have a good time. But today we woke up, and as you can see, it rained pretty freaking heavy. So this morning was absolutely insane. We woke up and it was really, really windy. It was super windy, and hopefully, oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So that's good. It's not wet. It's not wet. That is really good. It's a good sign. That is a good sign. So again, this morning we woke up. It was super windy. The wind was like tearing the tarp off the tent, and I was just like, damn it. So I had to hurry up and get up. Like, I got out at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I got up again at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Got the tent staked back down. It was so windy, it was pulling the stakes out of the ground just for the tarp over the tent. It's not a proper rain fly, but it worked. So when we got up at around 8, I was just like, hey, look, we gotta go. It was cold as heck. It was like 56 degrees this morning out of nowhere. I was like, hey, look, let's go ahead and start getting ready to go. I was like, because if we don't, we're probably gonna get caught in the rain. The rain is obviously coming. And as we started packing stuff up, it started to pour down. And so we were able to get quite a few things. So the only thing left that we have to take is fan, one of the tables that I didn't put up. Take this table down, take the power, power Mega 1, and then the other one, and then just the couch, blankets, comforters, and the queen size bed, and then the random stuff over there, and then the carpet. So, and then these fans. I can't forget these fans and these lights again, because they'll get messed up. So that's what we're doing, and then I got to get the heck out of here. Checkout is at 12 noon. It's 11 o'clock, so gotta move. I'll be right back. We'll start getting more of this stuff out of here so we can get the heck up out of here. Rain's starting to come down again. It's coming down now. It's definitely coming down. All right. Get these locks. Super easy, super easy. Got this thing rolled up. It's super fat. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it back correctly in this bag. We're going to try. Don't have time to make it look all pretty. I don't have time for that shit. It's just gotta get in there. Whew. Done. That's a packed car right there. So last thing we got to do before I get up out of here, always make sure you remove all the trash from your campsite. Every bit of trash. Shows great respect for the campsite, but nature. So it's just best to do your part, man. Keep your spaces clean. Keep your spaces clean. Have a lot of respect for the campground keepers. who are, spending their time doing what they're supposed to do and making their jobs a little bit easier so they don't have to clean up after you so much, you know what I mean? So if you have a place with facilities, definitely respect them. Respect the crew who come out and labor all day and night to make sure that you have a nice, comfortable place to camp. Damn. Well, that concludes another trip at KOA, man. I love this place. It rained on us this time, but holy crap. What a experience. I'm not so upset that it happened, that it rained like this when leaving. I think I would have been a little bit more upset if it would have done this the day that we were setting up, because it's such a mess. It's such a mess. Like, I have to clean the carpets when it gets dried out, when it stops raining at some point. I gotta take them out, wash them up, all that good stuff. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll make this edit and so you can kind of see what we've been up to. But again, I'll get better with these videos. I'll get more creative just depending on what we're doing and stuff. But my whole thing is just about capturing what's important. I'm not trying to be a ASMR channel where nobody speaks or anything. That's just kind of weird to me. But yeah. Woo! It is hot. It's hot and it's rainy. This sucks. All right, I'm out.